Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith here to tip off the final chapter in this year's NBA story. It's Game 1 of the Finals. And the home floor for the series tonight in Los Angeles, as the Lakers will be playing against the New York Knicks. Checking out New York, a tooth-and-nail series for them in the conference finals. It all came down to a deciding Game 7. We can only hope these NBA finals contain just as much drama. And here we go, the NBA Finals. 2 contenders, only one will hoist the championship trophy. Kenny, you've been in this position before. What are your nerves like at this point?
You know what? You're a little exhausted, Ernie, from everything that led up to this, but you're also
basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals. It begins here, and 2K Sports is happy to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We'll see the New York Knicks facing Los Angeles. Look at the Lakers. They're the top seed, possessing home court advantage, and they're looking to come out and make a statement here in this first game.
A long and winding road to get to the NBA Finals. I mean, their great work along the way has given them home court advantage. They don't want to squander it here now.
The expectation is that they're going to do just that. I mean, they've been a strong team all season. Tough to beat in an opponent's building, never mind their own. And with the excitement surrounding the finals, it'll make this place that much more intimidating.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Porzingis. Aflalo is out there with Tony Roten. Then it's Anthony, and it's Winner in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Lakers shooting their first foul shot of the night. And here are the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I spoke briefly with New York's head coach. We talked about Game 1 and what it would mean to take it on the road. He said we're up against the best their conference has to offer. Taking this first game on the road would be a huge victory for us, but more importantly, we have to show them we're going to fight them every step of the way. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris. And here is Roten. Following the three-pointer by Freak. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Roten. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The shot's good from Banks.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Kicks to Roten. They double in with Freak. It's stolen by Bogut. Outside Banks. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Roten with it. He's picked up by Russell. Pass to Anthony. They need this. Here's Winner. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Roten with it. Russell's there. Roten, the pass to Winner, and he dunks it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
Yes.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Russell dishes to Banks. James outside, from outside the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, There's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now the Lakers on the break. Russell's running, and James throws it down.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laker girls.
Get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline. Lakers leading by 12, and New York looking at who they've got. Aflalo is out there with Tony Roten. That's Lance Stevenson, and it's Winner in at the 5 down low.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Roten, it's stolen by Randall. Outside Banks. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And stolen by Banks. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
James kicks to Clarkson. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 5 assists in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
In the corner, Aflalo with it. Doubled by Banks. Some nice passing by New York here. The dish now to Roten. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Banks. Fires from the corner, and again it's the Lakers.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
They double him with Freak. The 3 from Aflalo. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Banks passes to Cephalosha. Looking for Clarkson. He gets it there. That's good.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's tipped and stolen by Banks. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 6 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Roten. He's covered closely. The kick out to Aflalo. Goes up the baseline. Offensive rebound. Burning. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
The Knicks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And through one half, it has. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Freak. He has 29 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
Banks, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there with Russell. Bogut out there with LeBron James. And it's Samuels in at the power forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Here are this postseason's dead-eye shooters. These guys have knocked down a ton of shots from downtown. Freak number 1. Lakers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. From 10 feet out, takes a big height bounce and goes in. Banks has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Lakers. The Knicks shooting 41% for the game. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder was just a man on a mission. He ended up with 44 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Here's Afflalo. Afflalo with another miss.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Roten with it. And the pass to Porzingis. Dishes to Roten. Afflalo outside. Clock at 6 to stop the run. Roten, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Banks, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
And stolen by Banks. By himself. Oh! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Move the ball. Stick it to luck.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. The first one falls. And the Knicks making a change here. Stevenson's checked in.
It's for you, Vic.
And both free throws good from Freak. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Afflalo dishes to Roten. Passes to Porzingis. Puts one up from 19. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Here's Banks, and he jams.